this in place, I gotta flip that so it's in position now. And now, one of the things you can use in Revit is you can actually use the mirror command. So I can go ahead and use mirror where I draw an axis. Okay, so I've got this right here, and it's asking me to pick the start point of the axis. So what I want to do is I want to pick here, and go ahead and pull it down here, and it gives me another door right there. And I've got that, I've actually got that now totally mirrored. So let's see if it's right. I'm going to go to here. Let's verify that this is correct. I want to drag this to the inside track. And I want to drag this to the outside, and that's 2 feet as well. So with that, I go here, and I go ahead and make that permanent. And I go ahead and drag it out like that. And so now I've got my 2 foot dimension here, and I can go ahead and drag it back to here. So I got 2 feet here, I got 2 feet there, and then I'm going to use my handy dandy, as I said before, a line, and we want to go ahead and get a dimension from this point. We want to go from this point here.
Can you just touch them?
What's that on?
Like touch the other dimension.
Yeah, you can do it that way too, but I need a dimension right from the door there, so let me try this. Let me do this. Okay, this one is 1 foot 10, that should be 2 feet as well, because that's going, this should be going to the outside of these, and since it's not doing that, I'll drag it, so it goes to the tracks. And so I've got this right here. What I'll do is I'll take this witness line and drag it to the outside track, and drag this to this outside track. And you can see the difference right there is what? 2 feet, which is what it's got to be. So I make that permanent. It's a permanent dimension now, and I drag that out. It's a line. So now I've got my 2 feet, and I've got my 9 feet, and so forth. So I'll go linear. Let's see if I can do linear now. See if maybe I'll take it. Okay, now let's go back to annotate the line. And actually, if I can go dimension to dimension, it's going to do that. So I'll go here, and I'll go over here. I think I got that right. I got that there. Okay. Let's see here. Let me try this. Little line. Let me try this. Instead of the wall faces, let me go to this the corner. Try that. See what that's looking like. Okay, let's see.
If you use the inside track and go to the other inside track.
Like here. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. That works. That does work. Thank you. And so going the inside track does work. Thank you. And so you can do it a couple different ways to go about doing that. And let's see here. And so we go there, and then they find each other like that. So that one was a little bit of duress right there, but you know we got it. And so once you got that, you can line them up by just doing that. And then you've got this one right here. And then the nice thing is once you have those in, let's check them out. So now the dimensions are all looking good. Again, it's going to take a little bit of thinking around, but these do help you right here. These tracks right here, they allow you to get that right. And so then when you got that, the next thing you're going to do is go to 3D view. And now you take a look at this. You've got a view right here. And the thing is, these, if we wanted to, we could actually mount these on top of a ceiling, but we're not going to worry about that level of detail right now. So now you've got your different information here. So the back looks like this. And we rotate it, and we got this on the side. So it's starting to look pretty good. Then we go back to level 1, and we only have one more element to put here on the first floor, and that is a window, which is at the bottom. And the window is number 1. Let's take a look at that so we get the dimensions of that. So going to window number 1, it's a slider with a trim, and what's the size of it? Yeah, 5 feet wide, so 60 by 36. So slider with trim, and we're going to put back in. So we go to architecture. Okay, and I double click on that. And so we go to window, and for window, we are going to want to go ahead and go slider with trim. So we hit this drop down, and slider with trim is in here because I made it myself. 60 by 36 is this one. And we're going to take it, and we're going to go ahead and place it right around here. And we got that now. Okay, so now at that point, we can go ahead and do the same kind. Now that's kind of finding some kind of something different there, but we're going to go ahead and with that right there, we'll click on it, and you see we got, it's kind of finding that right there. I'm not sure why that's doing that. We'll go to here, this is going from the outside, it's going to this point right here. And going back to our plan, what's that dimension supposed to be? 12'6". So I'm going to go to here and make it 12'6". It'll do that, and that goes ahead and makes that work. And I'll go ahead and click on that, and that is now something I can go ahead and drag down here, so we're good to go there. And this 30-foot dimension is just there for security. I don't really need that. So I've got that dimension. Let me go and touch this one. Let me go click on here, and I can go ahead and change this, so that's now there, and I can go ahead and drag this so it finds that. So it finds that part right there, and it's not finding that part right there. Let's see, yeah, there we go. So that's now 12'6", so that's good too. So we're good to go there, and then I can take these and line them up, and you notice that tracking vector, they find each other. And the last thing is this one, and again I'm going to use annotate, and I'm going to go to aligned, and I'm going to go ahead and click here, and click there, and drop it in. So now this is all dimensioned, okay? So we saw how we were able to put the doors in, how they're supposed to work, and the different ways of dimensioning it. You guys might find some easier ways to do it than I just did there, but those ways will work. Yeah, question?
When you tag the window, how does it know it's a different tag shape? Do you change it?
It knows automatically. And so, when I go back here, that's a good question. And so if I go with these, I'm going to go ahead and just pull these down, and I need to tag the window. And we know how to tag the window. We go back to on annotate and tag by category. When you use tag by category, it knows, and so we'll go ahead and touch it here, and it tells it's number 1. And it's got this annoying little thing on it right here, and we don't want that, and so we know what it's called, a leader line. And we go ahead and take that and just move a little bit closer, a little bit further away just by using our arrow keys. So let's take one last look at it in 3D and verify it's the way we want it to be. And again, oh man, no, it's not 3D. Well, yeah, it is. You just got to tell it when you see it 3D. And so now I'm holding my shift key down and holding my my mouse wheel down. And so now all my fenestration, a fancy word for windows, is in place. So I've got all that. And then I can just go ahead and return to a standard 3D view, and I just kind of do that and make it rotate around. So now we got the basics, okay, so we went ahead and did that. So now let's take a look at what's going on in some of our other views. If I go now and take a look at my elevations, let's see how these look. And I go to east, and that's looking pretty good right now. East, see how it's all lined up right here? And if I go to north, and then we go here, I actually had turned those off, so that's not there. And so we go there, and all those are there. And then east looks like that right there. And if you take a look at your elevations on A3, you see the elevations are basically the same as what we have right there. They're showing up right there, and they're in the perfect place. So now we're going to keep on building. So does this make sense how this all kind of come together now? Right? This is going to work for you guys too. It's going to be the same. And then at that point, we would have to change the view of the window, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we're good to go. Everything's looking pretty good. And if you want to, you can take these and move them out just by doing that kind of a thing. I just highlighted them and just used my arrow keys. You use your arrow keys a lot to nudge things around in Revit. It just is an easier way to do it. And the nice thing is, this drawing, I did it with like very obvious dimensions. I didn't do any like 1/2 inches and 5/8 and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to get it all together. So going back to level 1, I review it, and we are looking pretty good there. Now, going back to floor plan 1, let's see if I'm missing anything. Looks like I'm missing one thing. Who can tell me what I'm missing?
The ladder.
I'm missing the attic stairs, okay? So let's see if we can put those in. These attic stairs, I actually could, what's that?
And the outlets.
And the outlets. The outlets